Yes, the monohydric alcohols which contain only one OH group, they can be sp3 hybridized or sp2 hybridized. So we have learned about hybridization of the carbon atoms. Whenever a sp3 hybridized carbon atom is present, there will be a single bond which is present in the carbon atom. A carbon atom which has got a single bond attached to it will be sp3 hybridized. And when we have a carbon atom with a double bond, it will be sp2 hybridized. The sp2 hybridized carbon atom is otherwise called as a vinyl group. A carbon double bond carbon is called as a vinyl group, and here you have attached to a OH group vinyl alcohol. It is termed as a vinyl alcohol, or a double bonded compound is otherwise called as a ethene ethanol. Ethanol is a single carbon atom. Ethenol, it is called as ethenol. A hydrocarbon with the ENE group represents that there is a double bond which is present here. So whenever it is a sp3 hybridized carbon atom, the OH group can be attached to an alkyl group or an allyl group. Allyl group is one which has got a double bond, carbon, double bond carbon, or it can be attached to a benzyl group. What is a benzyl group? The benzyl group, you all heard about a benzene ring. This is benzene C6H6. Now, if in C6H6 one hydrogen atom is removed, it is called as phenyl group. Phenyl group, PHENYL. To this phenyl group, if a CH2 group is attached, this is called as a benzyl group. So to this benzyl group, if an OH is being attached to it, then it will come under the third case of classifying an alcohol where OH group is attached to a benzyl group. Now we are going to learn about what is a primary alcohol, what is a secondary alcohol, and what is a tertiary alcohol. Now this is a fundamental which you'll have to remember in hydroxy derivatives about what is primary, secondary, and tertiary. This applies to all other cases also whenever you talk about primary, secondary, and tertiary. What is a primary compound? Any primary compound will be one in which the carbon atom is attached to one carbon atom, and the remaining will be two hydrogen atoms, and a functional group will be called as a primary compound. In the same way, when a carbon atom is attached to two other carbon atoms, and hence it has a CH and a functional group, it is called as a secondary alcohol. And what is a tertiary alcohol? A tertiary alcohol is one in which the carbon atom is attached to three different carbon atoms, and there is no carbon hydrogen bond here, and a functional group is attached. This will be a tertiary compound. If the functional group is OH, it is called as a primary alcohol. If the functional group is OH, it will be called as a secondary alcohol when it is attached to two other carbon atoms. And if this carbon atom is attached to three other carbon atoms, then it will be called as a tertiary alcohol. In all these cases, you will find that the carbon atom which is attached to the functional group is sp3 hybridized. So when a carbon atom attached to a OH group is sp3 hybridized, then it will be called as a primary, secondary, or a tertiary functional group.